broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like it.
right?
We
can
this.
make decisions. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
We did it in honor of the surprise
You
visit of
smell
Patti LaBelle.
delicious.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, I was running late, so my co-host picked the song tonight. I'm very impressed.
Yes, I told you
Thank
would
you.
be.
Hello, everybody, and
We're
welcome
sometimes
to.
competent.
You are competent sometimes.
Sometimes.
Welcome to our last episode of the season.
Aww.
And I do apologize because I actually bought champagne and I left it in my refrigerator this morning.
That's okay.
We'll
So-
just come over to your place
Exactly.
and drink
Okay,
it.
good. And then we'll do a
There's
show
will,
there.
there's a way. Yeah. Do
Yes.
another one.
We'll
The
do a-
recap of the recap.
Yeah,
And
we'll
then
do
we'll
a
stumble down
Periscope
to Jim
private
Bar.
show.
Oh, yeah, and stumble down to Gym Bar.
We'll
Hi.
do a Periscope private show inspired by Violet Chachki's last lip sync.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good with
You're
that.
going to be
I'm-
wearing
Pasties on my
S&M
boobies?
S&M gear and pasties on your boobies.
Okay, good. Hi. Welcome to another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race After Show. This is it. This is it.
Oh, it's so sad.
Who is joining me tonight? Starting to my far left.
Cameron Marston.
Not you. I was talking to Marissa, but go ahead. Fine, go ahead.
Marissa.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
She's running the show tonight.
I am.
And next
I
to
missed
Marissa.
you guys.
Yay.
We miss you too, Marissa. And Baldy over here.
Cameron Marston.
And where can they
That
find
means
you?
that's-
That's Samakava 777.
And
Not Baldy.
definitely not Baldy.
Mark J. Freeman at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE. And I would like to please give a quick shout out to my new trainer at Warner Brothers for my new job. And he listens to the podcast. So
Oh,
I told
awesome.
him
That's
and-
awesome.
Hi, trainer.
yeah.
Hi, trainer.
So Brad, I love
Brad.
you, Brad, even though you're mean to me and you start calling me Dora Lee. He's already calling me Dora Lee.
But that's a
whole
good
other
thing
story.
if he's mean to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And no, Jackie, I'm not on Scruff right now. I was checking my Twitter. Jackie called me
Don't
out
make your
the last.
mustache fall off.
I'm laughing so hard.
The funny
My
thing is,
mustache so
and we'll get to the show. My friend was watching, and she was like, "Oh, ooh, she called you out," and there was nothing I can say because I didn't have anything to come back on. So, who are you?
I'm so sorry.
Introduce
I'm
yourself.
123 Jackie B, and now I have a website where you can find like a link to my Twitter, a link to my Instagram. It's just 123jackieb.com. Everything's there.
Thank
I
you,
have a
Jesus.
blog.
Yay.
I'll give you a
What you've
applause.
all been waiting for?
It was like
question
it was
mark?
like Tony and his slew of social media.
Who?
Never mind.
Anyway, so that's where you can find Jackie. I'm your host, co-host, one of the hosts, Kenny Harrison. And I do not have a website. You can find me at RedTube. Just
Oh,
type in.
Lord.
I'm just kidding. At Kenny C. Harrison. Oh, quick shout out to Abby Nathan. I think I got that right. She loves our show, and she gave me a quick tweet 2 weeks ago, and I told her I would give her a shout out. So Abby Nathan, shout out to you.
Yay.
Well, this is it, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
That was it.
So tweet
That's
us.
it.
Make your comments.
That was it. Comment below.
Make
It's
your
been
comments.
a great season.
This is the shortest show we've ever done. So there you have it.
I'm glad you rushed
I'm
all the way
laughing
over.
so hard my mustache is coming off.
I didn't even know you had a mustache.
Yeah, well, I tried to grow one, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, you can have
Out for
mine
me.
next time.
Yours is nice.
Thanks. Grand finale. What do we think?
Wah, wah.
Nothing very grand about it.
Although I will say I do like the idea of the lip syncs
Yep.
there because there in previous shows there was really no like performance. It was just like watch these videos.
Damn dancers.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, let's save a couple bucks.
So here's the thing. I've said this before. I would like for Logo TV to put some money into it and do a live show.
Yes.
I would love to see
Absolutely.
a live show. And I know you
Absolutely.
went to one of the tapings and they had problems with sound and stuff like that or whatever.
The tapings are brutal, and Here's the problem. There's
Which
like,
season did you see?
season.
Chad Michaels season.
Oh, so the first live.
The
No,
first
no,
one.
I saw the season 5.
Oh, okay.
I saw.
I thought you did. I thought you did Chad Michaels.
No,
season.
Jinx won season.
So
Ah,
Jinx.
okay. So the second one, the second go round.
But there's positive things, and I've had people tweet at me and say, hey, we would love to see like a live show. Wouldn't that be great? Yes. The problem is you have to be on your ball for a live show, and a lot of when I went to see the taping, there's a lot of stopping and restarting, and it's like you have to make sure that people are on their cues, on their marks, and that's not just for the drag queens, that's also for the sound people. There were a lot of sound problems, there were a lot of like testing this, testing that I don't think should have been handled way before anybody got in to be part of the audience.
Let's just be real. Like, there are a lot of shows like American Idol, X Factor, all these shows, they do live finales. It's not impossible. I mean,
No, it's
a
not.
lot of rehearsing, and
It is
maybe
a lot of
and maybe it's
rehearsing.
budget, and I'm not sure what kind of crew they have. I'm sure they don't use union crews, but I think it would be worth the investment to do a live show. Just
I
give me
think it
one
would be
live
too.
show.
I
Just
think it
give me
would be,
one.
but for the whole sake that they don't have to then film these like
Fake.
3
winnings.
fake endings
Yeah.
and
Fake.
and it seems sort of like once you get to that point on behalf of the queens, it's like, are you getting this genuine reaction or
No,
not?
No,
No.
not at all. Not at all.
And well, we'll get to that. But let's go. I want to run down the beginning with all the contestants coming out.
Okay.
Okay.
Like runway. Tempest.
I just saw you. You said worst dressed, but I liked her.
I
outfit.
hated it. I thought
I
it was
loved
the
it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I
loved
hated
it.
that headpiece.
In specific to Tempest du jour, I thought it was something different for her and conceptual. But then again, I don't watch her, so maybe that's not different for her. For her, it was probably good. For me, amongst all the queens, even Trixie Mattel, I felt it was like the shtick was like, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. Me and
Loved
Cameron
it.
agreed.
Loved it.
I loved it.
I thought she was one of the best. I
was
was
really-
surprised more people didn't do more
More.
conceptual stuff
Yes.
like that. Like Detox had done the black and white
Yes.
thing, and even Bianca being all silver. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you've had all this whole season to prepare for this moment. You got I even thought Sasha Bell looked amazing, but I would have liked it even more.
Well, she was next on my list. I actually liked the way she
I
looked.
thought
did
she looked
not.
amazing.
Miss Shelvisage. More, I just want more.
Well, no, but I actually
Push
agree.
through.
I
Definitely
like-
bigger boobs than me.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I felt as a whole, everyone stuck to what they would normally do,
their
except for a
thing.
few.
Yeah.
We'll get to those. But I actually thought Sasha Bell looked good. I liked her hair. I
really
wasn't
did
crazy
too.
about the dress, but
She had her shape
It
and
looked-
everything. Was
yeah.
Shape was good.
spot
Her
on.
earrings
Her
killed
makeup
me.
was. Oh no! I see. I
Did
love
not
that.
like
I
the
did-
earrings.
I don't remember that.
I
For
want
me-
them. They
It
were
was too much
these
for me.
real
It was
long.
very
That
Atlanta
outfit
Housewives.
wasn't wow enough. Like that was an outfit that you might wear on the runway in one of the episodes of
Yeah.
the season, or maybe that's your like get to meet Sasha Bell first like glance outfit. But that does not say season finale.
Remember that when we talk
outfit.
about another one.
Okay.
Continue. Who's the?
Jasmine, one of my
Loved it.
favorites.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
I like the. I
Loved it.
like the
Very
off
Jasmine, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
very
wasn't crazy
Jasmine.
about the hair, but I had looked
But
close.
it's also
like
very
very.
Jasmine.
It was short on one side
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, I
on the
like
other.
that.
Wasn't crazy about it, but it worked.
It
I
worked.
liked it.
I thought she looked great.
I didn't mind it. Miss Kasha Davis.
Very Kasha.
Simple.
I loved the dress itself. I
dress
thought it was
was
pretty with the
pretty.
little feathers on the
She
bottom. I
can't
thought it was
walk
pretty.
for shit.
Well, no, but I liked her hair. I like
She
the
walks like a
auburn.
football
Yeah.
player.
You know,
Yeah.
Kasha was the same
she's
thing.
manly.
To me.
It's been said that she's very.
Which is fine.
Manly.
Yeah. But
Kasha was the same thing to me though, where I feel like that would be a good episode, like on the runway during the season. But again, it's like when you come in and watch this finale, even in the audience, like you could probably see. Like aside from the queens who came up and spoke, there were other queens in the audience too. Manila, was it Manila wearing
With
those
the
tusks?
horns. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was in the audience, it's like every one of those queens had a cool conceptual like
Right.
outfit. So you feel like if you're gonna be on the stage and you're gonna be representing yourself for that season, you want to really do that.
Right.
I want to throw out a quick comment since you brought out the queens in the audience. I kind of felt that they didn't use the winners as like because I saw Jinx Monsoon sitting in the audience while they were doing the question, and I would have liked to see her like because wasn't there a season where they had all the winners come
Yeah,
out?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think Raja had the paint.
goddess.
Yes.
Sick.
I kind of felt bad, but like I would have liked to see like
them come out.
Yeah.
I
More
agree.
so than Delta Work or not that I didn't mind. And by the way, I get her and Darian Lake they're very similar in look.
They do have a very similar look.
But so different.
I just
But they're
I
so
jumped-
different
so
people.
I jumped a track. Back,
And I'm
back
just gonna leave it at that.
one of my favorite looks was Candy Ho.
I
Yes.
love the dress.
Yes,
I love
did.
the dress.
She had like beetles for
Yeah.
earrings.
Yeah.
And like the hair was very similar to Kennedy's, but I thought it was tamed and I thought it was well.
She was very pageant, but I thought her makeup was a lot better than. Again, that's what
Well,
the whole point
yeah.
was. But
She brought it up
she was,
later.
She was beautiful.
Well, yeah, she does talk about, and
I
I
mean-
was like, I've never heard of such a thing, like that they go to a makeup artist to do their like. I was like, what are they
Well,
doing? in
she
Puerto Rico?
admits like that.
And
she
like, can we
learned-
get now say that she's from Connecticut?
Yeah,
Like, can we just
That's amazing.
get the elephant out?
That's amazing.
Yes, but going back to the makeup, it doesn't surprise me because I know a lot of queens, again, they don't sew.
Yeah.
Go to get their dresses
But
made.
to not do your own
A lot of them
makeup?
they have drag kids that can do their makeup.
But did you notice how when she said that Kasha Davis was like she like completely was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Which I agree. Like
Yeah.
1 month before you get on the show, you learn to do
Yeah.
makeup.
Well, learn to
And
walk.
it showed.
Learn
And
to walk.
But it showed though.
It showed.
Learn to walk.
She didn't
Well, one thing about walking, as your girl, I do you learn to walk?
win. Yeah. You get
Yes.
used to it. You get used to
What the
it.
fuck are you?
But I'm bad when to talk because my friends used to say, Lorraine, you're walking like a truck driver. Walk like a lady.
If you're
But-
all about shtick, I can get that you don't walk. But if you're gonna try and be that fashion type and you're gonna try and pull it off,
Yeah.
you gotta pull it off.
You gotta
Or
know
get
how
off
to.
the
You gotta know how to
stage.
turn it on or turn it off. I mean, there were times I'm like, I'm tired.
Kenny
I don't
knows
care
exactly
how
what I'm
walking.
talking about. It's the same thing
My
in sports.
feet
You want to be an
Max.
all-star, you got to carry that mantle, bitch.
Max.
Ew, that was crappy. I was telling you that coat was that
I
stank.
was so disappointed
Thank
because Max has
What'd you
had.
write, bitch?
I was so disappointed because Max has had so many.
Simple, a little disappointed.
Because it was like Max had so many cool outfits this season. And I was like, you literally didn't do any and I know that's not Max's, apparently padding is not a lot of Queen's things this season, but for Max, I know Max didn't do a lot of like padding, but still, it was like, it literally just looked like you threw on a jacket and a wig.
He had a lot of cool concepts during this actual season, and I was
Yes.
I was looking
expecting-
forward
yeah,
to seeing
I was
him,
expecting
Yeah.
something really
and I was
cool.
a little disappointed. I love Max though,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things like. We shat on Candy Ho the whole season, and then she looked amazing. Whereas
Yeah.
we were, I was praising Max through most of
Yeah.
the season, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah. It was a little disappointing.
But I will say that, like, when the queens came back in, Candy Ho, while I kept saying she needed to go home because she wasn't, like, it was obvious she was not going to win, I still like Candy Ho as a personality. Like, I
Yeah.
would watch, like, Candy Ho on any sort of other show that wasn't a competition show.
Yeah.
By the way, I have to say this, Mark. I drove to Vegas a weekend ago, and I listened to our AfterBuzz each episode, and every week you said that you wanted Candy Ho and Pearl to go home. It never changed, and I laughed
I'm
every time.
consistent.
You were consistent. I just wanted to throw that out there because we
well,
all know
what I want doesn't matter.
we all know I
anyway,
change
so.
my mind every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad
I
you
did.
you kept to your guns.
Can I just say how excited I was that Miley was in the audience?
Okay,
I love
so-
Miley.
So wait a minute. I was like, wait, is that Miley Cyrus?
That's what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
I was like, they kept cutting her. I was like, who is
Yeah.
this girl? Why does she look familiar? I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And I was
She
gonna
was.
ask you that.
I think she's one of the like biggest stars that's not like a drag race star that was in the audience, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I didn't see anybody
I
else.
think
And
there's
they
a
would have
couple-
showed
there's a couple
any
others.
celebrity that
Yeah.
was there.
I
other
thought I
than-
saw
you know what I mean?
Alyssa
Like,
Yeah.
Milano at the beginning. Maybe
wouldn't
I'm just
doubt it.
wrong. But
I don't know.
Doubt it.
So
But I was
Jaden-
so
oh,
excited. I'm a huge Miley fan, and I know that she supports Drag Race, so
Yeah.
I was super
I
excited
did know
to
that
see
she
her there.
did like the show. So
I'm just glad you guys were disappointed by Max's outfit.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
we can move on now.
Okay. Jaden Dior.
She's
Okay,
pretty.
so
I thought she looked really good.
I thought she was really
clean.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about the material of the dress. It was very shiny.
But you didn't like when she first came out and she like rubbed on her dress and it kind of gave like a little shimmer.
Yeah.
I liked that effect.
I thought she looked. I think she looked like it was. There was not. There was. It was flawless. Whether
It
you
was-
liked the
it
dress
was
or
well-
not, she looked put together.
It was
And
put
that's
together. I liked her
important.
hair and I liked the makeup.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence about the dress.
Okay.
So
Next.
next, Miss Fane. I have to say, episode 1. I wasn't here for our AfterBuzz episode 1, but watching from the first episode, I did not like her, and she's by far one of my favorite queens of the season.
Just gorgeous.
I loved her outfit. I
She's
loved her,
just
and her makeup
gorgeous.
is always on point,
Yeah.
and her hair was
She
just
always looks good.
amazing.
Yeah.
I just love that she's like a closet weirdo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that she's just gorgeous, but
Yeah.
can like hold a chicken in her
Yeah.
weirdo.
But then
Can't
she
stick
can
it to
put
a
an
dress.
outfit together. Or
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she built that outfit and
Beautiful.
walked it down the runway. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So, good job, Miss Fame. You changed my mind. I'm a changed man because of you. Trixie.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't.
I was never a fan, so whatever.
Yeah.
Continue. Carry on.
I'm with Cam. I wrote down a camping mess. I know what she was going for, so I can't say it was a complete mess. I didn't care for it.
Remember
makeup was too
how
much.
earlier I said that like we're expecting bigger?
It looks like your hand is gonna grab Mark's face. Oh, go ahead. Continue. Sorry, continue.
Remember how I said like 2 seconds ago that I wish everybody would go bigger and blah blah blah? I don't mean literally larger. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Trixie was like, I know that her thing is to like paint for the back row or whatever. Most makeup she's
stadium
ever
painting.
had
Yeah,
on
it
her
was-
face ever.
I think it was-
She looked like a Hello Kitty head.
Yeah.
And I was
And
just
not
like,
in a good way.
oh, that was
But that's
too
her.
much.
I think she
I
did.
respect her, and that's her thing. I never liked it, so I'm gonna stick to mine. But so it is what it is. That's just true.
I think she dialed it back for the show because I think she knew if she continued to do that, it would just get ripped apart. So she had to kind of tame it.
Right.
But that's her. I mean, any other pictures on her social media that you watch, like her Instagram stuff,
Yeah.
that's what she looks like
Well,
every time. That's
perfect
her thing.
example.
But
was-
that's because she's performing live. Don't you
Yeah.
think that like the reason
For
she's
TV.
painting that way is not for television? Like this is
But
a
if that's her
television.
thing, at least again, like at least she's sticking to what she is.
The one episode
I'd rather that than her do something that's not her.
The one
Right.
episode that I loved her makeup was the bearded challenge.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
wasn't
Yeah.
as much,
Yeah.
and it all looked great. And
Yeah.
which I think you said that she knows how to paint.
Yeah.
There's no
She
denying
does.
that. But
and,
I think
and what she does, whether you like it or not, is very like it takes talent to do that.
yeah.
You don't just do
Yeah.
that.
I love that she always does this like classic Mattel Barbie inspired
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
I just for me like for television that was too much.
But-
And again, I like Mark said, I respect the fact that she's sticking to what she wants to do.
Right.
But my hope is, same thing during the season, is that I respect that. But now you have to suffer the repercussions of that choice. If
Right.
you don't like when people make comments about you, then you just got to suck it up.
Well, my only other comment, and this goes for all of them, is that the show they taped the show back in it wrapped in August of last year. So between then
there was a
and,
larger gap of time this time.
Yeah,
too.
There was.
So between August
had
of
time.
20, thank you. I feel like from August, the end, let's say September 1st till May 1st, you had time to think about.
That's 6 months.
Think
9 months.
of, build.
Thank you.
Put together-
Put a concept together.
Right.
Like Bianca Del Rio, she had that
Right.
planned for 6 months. And
Yeah.
I
She
can
also
see clearly.
has $100,000 with which to
I would
plan
not
things.
use
Yeah,
my
but
own
there
money.
were
No.
but there are people. Sasha Bell. I mean, maybe her dress wasn't a spot, but she stepped it like she looked better. She stepped it
Right.
up. It was better than what we had seen on the show, and I think that's just what you expect.
So,
to
and
see.
I think that, and I'm sure we're gonna get ripped because no one looked bad. But
No one
I'm
looks bad.
expecting you have 6 months to come up with a
Yeah,
concept
right.
to. There, I know someone's ripping me right
Shout
now.
out to Greg Santiago. No, he's not ripping you.
Oh,
He's
he's-
ripping Trixie, but
Oh,
rock
okay.
on with that.
So I'm just saying you have a lot of time, and I just expected more. Okay, Katya.
She just makes me smile. I love
I love
I
Katya.
know. I love her
I love
outfit
Katya.
too.
I loved it. I thought
The
it was
outfit
cute.
idea is cool. I don't like her shaping. Her shaping for me sucks, and I hate her hair.
Okay.
I love her hair.
I would have liked the wig a little bit longer, but that's just personal.
Either longer or short. It was kind of that weird.
It was in between. I love the cape thing, and
loved it all.
I liked the outfit. It wasn't my favorite, but it was Katya.
I just don't
And
like
at the
her
same,
shaping.
and I'm probably gonna get ripped because whereas I trashed on Trixie, this is Katya and it's campy.
Yeah.
But I liked it. And
I loved it.
Oh, I know
Her
what it
makeup
is.
is
I know
always- I like
exactly
her
what it
makeup,
is.
though.
I like Katya because her personality goes with her look. Whereas Trixie, she's supposed to be this campy person, but I don't see it.
We didn't
as
see
much.
it until she did the Ru imitation.
Exactly.
Right.
So maybe that's it.
I did
Next.
like that representation.
I liked Katya's. I thought it was cute. I thought it was
Kennedy.
very creative.
Kennedy was
Super
gorgeous.
pageant. She looked amazing.
Best.
Best. I
Best
it was my
dress.
best too, hands down.
I think next to Candy Ho, I think that was my other favorite.
But
Oh,
that's the pageant queen. She had time, she had a concept, and she laid it all out there.
I'll say this. I bet you she didn't even. That was something she had in her bag.
She probably
I don't
did.
even think she might even put that together. That was probably she had something in the closet. She's like, I'm gonna wear this one. I haven't worn this one yet.
Right.
But
That was
it was
super
flawless.
Atlanta hair. That was
The
Atlanta
wrap
hair.
that she came out in
Yeah.
first, the yellow, and then took that up. It was.
See, and this is the thing.
Magnifique.
Concept. She
Yeah.
had a
Yep.
clear vision
Yep.
of what she was going to do
And
and,
it
how she
wasn't
was going to present
anything
it.
extraordinary. It was just
Right.
perfection.
It was Kennedy. It was this
Perfection.
is
perfection.
It's always about the execution. It's
exactly.
not what you say,
Yep.
it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thumbs up to Kennedy. Now let's get into the top 3 in the first look.
Okay.
Ginger.
I thought it was so cute.
I thought it was
thought
okay.
thought it was really
That's
cute,
literally
and it
what
was
I wrote.
different. It was a little similar to the other light blue one that she wore at one time, but that one was a little longer. I think that came down
Yeah.
to her knee or something, so this was a little bit shorter. It was a different silhouette, and I thought it was cute and fun, especially just for the opening.
Yeah.
Because she had, you have to space out your look.
Right.
So yeah.
I thought it was meh. I didn't hate it, but I was like, okay.
Yeah. I didn't hate it.
I like her hair. I like the hair.
And I've always
and,
liked Ginger shaping. Ginger keeps a good
Yeah.
shape for
Yeah.
a big girl.
And I know I'm gonna get ripped because it's the same hair, but it was a different concept. It was the dark roots going into
Yeah.
the blonde, and it was big, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Next, Pearl.
I thought Pearl looked beautiful.
I did too.
I can't say anything because I'm up right. Carry on.
She patted her ass finally.
Did she?
Yes. For the first look she did.
Well,
I
all
noticed
the
it.
numbers she wasn't patted.
No, she wasn't padded for that look. But the first, but I didn't mind the second look. I didn't mind that she didn't pad that look
Oh.
because it looked very feminine. I thought she looked beautiful.
I thought she looked pretty.
I
For
always
once.
think one of my favorite things about Pearl is not necessarily like her outfits, which she has had some big misses for outfits.
Yeah.
But I love her makeup. I just
her
love
makeup
her
is great.
makeup. I think it's beautiful.
I-
And this episode really showcased the fact when you get like all those real close-ups.
I think when it came to makeup, I think her and Miss Fame were always flawless. I
Yeah.
never had an issue with her makeup.
Yeah. No, I don't think anyone would.
Just her
disagree with that.
hairline.
Yeah. But Pearl looked amazing for the first look. Violet.
I thought that was cute. So cute.
I mean, it was.
It was
whole-
simple.
it's
The whole
something
finale,
I've seen before.
I didn't
That-
like her hair the whole
with-
finale.
Well-
and I understand the reference to
Yeah.
that era, but I just
It's very
that was
Dita
my favorite
Von
part.
Teese.
that's not my favorite. Her outfits hand down. She's sick. She's amazing with it.
I didn't mind. I what was it that I was this one was okay.
was
This was
okay.
her first one.
That was okay.
So, and RuPaul.
What did I say?
What did that mean? What is you got the interpret? What was that? Sounded like you were either taking a poop or constipated.
Okay,
One
I'll
of the
say it
two.
on air what I said to you when we were talking before. If one of these girls this season walked out on that runway in that would have
Yes.
been ripped to pieces.
Yes.
You belted curtains.
I actually disagree with you.
Okay.
I liked
Perfect.
it. And the belt was the
Here's the thing. I agree with Mark's assessment about belting curtains. The problem is she can because she still looks good in it.
Yes.
She has the body for
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Not everybody
I'll
can.
give that.
Right.
But he is right though. If somebody else came out
Yeah.
like that, they would
In a
have got torn
heartbeat.
to shreds.
I liked it.
And
liked it.
she too had the same amount of time, if not more, to plan what she was going to wear.
But you know what? At the same time, though, I can't see her painting her face blue. And,
no, I'm not saying.
But you know what I'm saying, and
she
have
should
this
have
big
a dress
extravaganza of
Yeah.
like bird wings and like
Here's the
peacock
thing.
feathers and
she
shit
doesn't
like
have
that.
anything left to prove.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
my thing with that. I get it, but
And also,
Mark is
and-
right about
and-
that. Everybody else
and
worrying that.
it's probably a comfort level because she
I
knew
think
she was
so.
going to be in tucked
True.
the
Because
entire
she-
show.
yeah.
She's you already took away she-mail.
She works.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, by the way, somebody just tweeted me and said it started. The show started airing in the UK, and She-Mail is still part of the show.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I don't doubt it either because when she says "don't fuck it up," they never bleed it out
Yeah.
in other markets.
Right.
Only
they
in
don't
the
bleed
US.
it out. Like if you download it on Amazon, which is how I watch a lot of the show, because logo.com sucks.
Horrible.
It's so horrible.
Horrible.
It's like If you try to
Jackie,
watch it with closed captions,
I'll never
closed
work at
captions are
Logo,
off.
but-
If you try to watch
do
it,
wanna
like
get a job
sometimes
at
it'll
Logo.
restart and sometimes it like freezes. So I just
Horrible.
download the episodes from Amazon. I
Yeah.
guess Logo's trying to force me to pay for Drag Race. That's fine.
Yeah,
But they don't-
they get
But
10
here's
cents
my-
of your purchase.
Well, here's my
from-
thing.
They don't bleep it out on
Well,
on
here's,
Amazon
and I think
Prime.
I said this before. It's like you have to find, so you have to go to Amazon possibly to find it
Right.
on Logo's website. But if you want to watch the Untucked, you got to go to Wild Presents. If you
Or
want to watch, you know what I
YouTube,
mean?
yeah.
Like everything is so, in different places. It's not,
Right.
you don't just go to one place and find everything.
Right.
Everything needs to be together.
Right.
It needs to be easier to find. It needs to be easier for people to get.
Centralized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, quick shout out to Jamie Eggman for the UK information.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jamie.
there was another fan who tweeted me about the UK show saying that they're starting, I guess, with season 4, and they were saying that maybe we could get more UK fans, making them start with our podcast season 4.
What does that mean? That we redo season 4?
No, that just
Oh.
means that like
Oh, they can
once,
watch
like,
our
we,
season.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
they
should
can.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
be like, watch
Wait,
our
am I a
season
part of that
4.
season?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
He's like, if I'm a part of it, then
Because
yes.
there was one season I didn't.
I am not.
That'd be a
There's only
concept.
one.
That'd be a
Okay, I
concept.
would
RuPaul
100%
takes
support
her
that.
show and goes to the UK.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're queen. Well, but no, that.
When did it start? You say it just started this week.
What?
The UK.
Oh,
version?
that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Well, he said that it just started airing in the UK tonight.
Oh, okay.
So
Season 4.
I'm
If
not
you're-
sure. what
Oh,
season
they're
it is.
showing our season 4.
Not our
but
Drag
I think
Race,
they
but-
are. They're showing US season 4, but I think they are eventually going to do a UK Drag Race.
I think
Right.
they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they are. Okay.
Sorry,
and then-
clarify.
Yeah, because she pulls people from Puerto Rico to come over to the States. So I mean,
Well, it is a territory.
And we did. And
So-
Courtney Axe is an Aussie.
whatever. Marissa, don't encourage her. Whatever. So the first challenge was a
five,
lip
girl.
sync challenge.
Yes.
Wait, I didn't get to weigh in on Ruth's disco.
Oh, sorry.
ball.
Go for
I
it.
liked just the boob area. Like, I liked the fact that you saw this
And-
little opening and it was a disco ball. And I love that concept. The bottom part looks messy to me, just like Mark said. But you also have to think, like, when I was there, they're filming for, I don't
Yeah.
know, like 10 hours or something. And she's on stage the whole time.
And it's
the
lights.
whole
And she said
time.
before she does not like being in drag
Drag
that long.
that
She's
long. Yeah.
usually behind the counter. She's waist down. She's not in drag.
Right.
Favorite outfit of hers all season was her self.
Oh, by
Oh,
far.
sorry.
Hands
Yes.
down. With the white afro
By
ball.
far.
Hands
Yeah.
down. Hands
Hands
down.
My
down.
second favorite would be the tie-dye one. Where it was like tie-dye and it was... I
we
like
were
that
loving
one.
I kind of don't really remember that.
Yeah.
I like there was like a green, like almost skeleton-y one. I think that one was my favorite, my second.
My only one that I remember liking is the Wendy.
Yeah, yeah, that was her favorite look. Can we move on?
I'm sure she doesn't
Yes.
care what I think.
Okay,
So.
the lip sync.
Yes.
Okay, here's my problem: is that, excuse me, they're used to like giving us who sings the song, the name of the song, and who sings it. And I tried to, they didn't do it for this episode, and I tried to write down, or I tried to Shazam it, and it wouldn't Shazam. Because I actually like the 3 songs that they use.
Yeah.
I just don't know who sang them.
I felt like Ginger's song was from a musical that she had probably already performed in. I felt that that was a talent that she used in one of her pageants. So I was entertained, but I wasn't mesmerized. I didn't think it was anything special.
But
that was my personal perception of Ginger Minj.
But
and
Rue
her.
said that the songs were custom chosen for them,
Right.
which means I'm pretty sure that they've had who knows how long to perform it.
Right.
Well, and each one had to do with their personality
Right.
too.
Right. It made sense.
It told me, and it sounded like, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it was the same person singing each song. Did it
Oh,
not
was it?
sound
I
like the
couldn't
same
tell.
tune?
I
I
couldn't tell
almost
it
feel
either.
like maybe they had whether they were written for them, I don't know, but they had somebody sing these songs. Maybe because it was cheaper to get it. I don't know.
Well-
I don't know how that works.
Apparently, it's not a popular song because
Because
Shazam was like,
her song was
I
like
can't
"Pray to
help
Get
you.
Away." Yeah.
Sorry, yawn on that one. And then I went to Google and they're like, "Yep, can't help you either."
And I
Yeah.
felt
Well,
bad 'cause I
because
was being an
when
ass,
it was
but-
when Pearls was playing, I was like, sounds like the same singer. Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, I like the song that Ginger was doing, and I thought about Shazamming it too. And then it was like almost over by the time. And then when Pearl started the Sleepwalker, I was like, is that the same singer? So I don't know.
Who knows? It could be.
yeah.
If you know, tweet us. Make your comment down there. Let us know.
Let us know.
I like Ginger's performance. I didn't mind it. I thought it was good.
I
loved
was
it.
entertained.
I was
I
entertained.
loved it.
entertained.
Yeah.
She had a moment where she reminded me of CeeLo and she had the Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
That's just
Everything
not
was from
right.
here. And it was because she had the billowing sleeves.
The sleeves, yeah. But I
like that
it.
dress,
I like the
though.
dress too.
I loved it. I thought it was perfect for the number. I thought she was fantastic.
My least favorite
Most
was,
energy. By
yes,
far.
my least favorite was Pearl.
Yeah.
I mean, the song wasn't probably the best choice, but she's not a performer. I'm taking it that she's not a stage performer. She doesn't lip sync. I'm falling on my chair.
She's
sorry.
more of a personality.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Like I
you
could see
know?
her hosting a show and hosting a
Yes.
night at Mickey's or wherever,
Yes.
as opposed to being a headliner or performer.
Yeah.
She's no Kennedy Davenport.
Well, but like Raven, she doesn't do like what Ginger does, but she still engages
she
you
perform-
and
yes.
keeps you
Yeah.
Right.
in the moment and in the song and entertaining. So it's possible to do, but
I
yeah,
like
hers
that
wasn't
Pearl
very-
did like a joke on her whole like
Yeah.
sleepwalking
Right.
thing. I like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I don't think she had a choice. I think that
Yeah, I
was
think it
a
was.
song they
Yeah, I
gave
think
to
it was
her.
assigned. Yeah.
My only problem with Violet, I thought it was a great performance. I loved the dress when she first came out, and then
It
she
was
started
like-
taking it off. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh, Violet.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I would have been
wrote,
okay.
Same outfit, no nails.
I would have been okay if she would have kept the bra on, and then she took the bra. I was like, "Oh."
I got past the aesthetic because what I really wanted to see was her performance quality because we never had to see her lip sync.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, I was when they announced the winner, I thought, you know what, I'm glad that she won in that perspective because her performance quality wasn't like this shoddy piece of crap. She actually, her choreography, her staging, all of that, her presence in her performance for me was a performer. I think she performed very well. I could have done with some a little less skin, but as far as the performance itself, because people were always saying, well, she'd never lip sync. She must be a really bad she must suck. She was good.
Well,
well,
go ahead.
lip syncing when you've had that much time to prepare versus lip syncing when you've had like a couple
sync for your life,
days
right.
to prepare.
Some people
Although
can
they do
prepare
get
for
their
10 years.
they do get
they
their lip
still
sync for their
suck.
life music when,
I
it
will,
starts.
but to say, I will commend her because I think only maybe her, Alaska, and the second winner, they went through
Raja?
second.
Tyra.
Tyra.
They went through the entire season without being in the bottom two, so I commend them for that they didn't have to lip sync. But
Right.
you're right. I for what I saw, it wasn't bad. I was just I got the burlesque kind of concept. I'm still, maybe I'm changing my mind again, but I don't know about this boy body when you get down to it because I think Max did it early in the season and I wasn't crazy about it.
And those that are listening, I'm shaking my head.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. We should point because when I was driving and I was like,
What are they doing?
yeah, because there was one point we all laughed. I was like, I don't know why we're laughing, but
Yeah.
But going back on that same point is you didn't like the boy body, but she actually has a following that likes the fact they like her for that aesthetic. They
Right.
like her for her
Right.
shape and the fact that she's okay with not wearing breasts and so on and so forth. So again, she stuck to what her aesthetic was. And I appreciated that. I wasn't blown away by it, but
right.
I
performance
actually
quality.
was blown away by it. I'm a big fan of burlesque, and it's so interesting because I don't necessarily agree that Violet should have won this season, but I do think, wow, like she can put on a performance. Like she can put on a really nice performance. And I love the look. I love the Betty Page hair. I loved that she was true to the burlesque medium where she's kind of like taking off a thing and then turning around and doing like this like teasing thing.
She was choreographed.
Her,
She
her
sold
lip
it.
syncing, was on point. Like she didn't miss a thing.
Like Ginger. Ginger stumbled.
Ginger did miss a couple.
oh, she did.
Yeah.
She did, yeah. But thank God for editing because they cut around it. Because when she started, she screwed up and then they went to a wide shot of the stage. That's another reason why I want a live show. I want to see the mishaps. I want to see,
Yeah.
don't take
You're
it
gonna
back.
see probably a lot of mishaps if you see a live show.
I was very... Going back to Ginger, when she was sitting on the stool, it's like, where's her feet?
Yeah, I know her.
It's like-
her dress
it was
was
like-
like so.
I was like...
She's like
It
a
did look funny.
fairy.
At first, I thought she was hovering off the floor. I was like, oh, that's impressive. But wait, what's wrong with you over there? I just found it hilarious. God bless her for
that, and they're doing recaps of all the like emotional moments, and I was like, how much can you milk these
Yeah.
people's
Yeah.
like family lives?
Yeah.
I was okay with everything until Rue was like, So how do you feel about that?
She
That's
talks
always
like a therapist. I'm watching The Sopranos for the first time. She really is reminding me of the therapist in The Sopranos, where it's like,
What's her
what
name?
do you think about that?
Oh, her name is blanking me, and I love her. Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah.
Love her. Love that show. I agree. I think I actually teared up with the whole dad. I like the little messages when the dad comes on and he's talking and he's
No,
choked
I don't
up,
think,
and I'm just like,
I don't think we're saying that it's putting it down or anything.
It's very
like that,
interesting
but
because I felt like the dad seemed very genuine. It was more than any of the other video parents that they had, but it didn't seem disjointed. It actually made me feel like maybe her story was a little bit warped, from my perspective.
well,
The way he talked about him. The dad seemed very loving.
But
genuinely.
yes. Well, when she had the exit, I call it the exit. Oh God, the exit interview when they're having Tic Tacs, she said that her dad has come around. So cut to 5-6 months later, and you see the video. I can see where you say it seems a little warped. I can understand that.
I'm not taking away from her personal story. It was interesting.
But
I've had that happen in my own life, like where you have a relative where they're just like being hateful towards you, and all of a sudden they're finally like, okay, you are who you are.
Yeah.
You know.
right.
Yeah, it's tough being
I've
straight,
had
isn't
many
it,
of
Jackie?
them. I've had many of them, and just like
Because your dad thought you were gay for a long time.
My dad did think I was gay.
Kennedy's mom,
And he was totally okay with it, which was great.
That touched me.
That's funny.
It was touching. It was very touching because my original thought about Kennedy's dad was, I don't necessarily think the dad had a choice. He had to love Kennedy, number one, because Kennedy also took care of the other siblings, which the dad probably didn't have time to do.
Yeah.
So he was forced into like, I gotta accept this because I need your help kind of thing. So there's all kinds of dynamics there, but I did appreciate the concept of the mom coming and supporting.
I just found it very interesting that out of all the top three, Ginger was the one that showed emotion, like when the parents were talking. Whereas
Damaged parents create damaged children. That's all I gotta say
what
about
does that mean?
That's why she was such a cunt.
Oh. Not
And
cunt
then-
enough because she didn't win.
And then tried to backtrack. She's a great entertainer. The problem was, again, even commenters, you just gotta like back up what you say. Have some integrity. That's all.
Okay.
But you can see the damage.
Damage is done.
Yeah.
What about me? I get a lot of bad comments.
We don't have enough time.
But we love you anyway.
Oh, thank you.
But it's just like, what's interesting?
By the way, Mark is being silent.
No,
She said,
Speaking of
"Oh,
that-
is there anything?
Anything you? Oh.
No. Speaking of that, is RuPaul has addressed the fact that there have been, I just guess because there have been more viewers, there have been a lot of like negative comments.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember
I'm glad you
the
brought that
negative
up.
comments about Jasmine?
And we
Yep.
brought that up here too.
Yeah.
And it was.
And I appreciate that she addressed that, and I appreciate that she not only addressed it about Jasmine, but addressed it about
general.
herself
In
as
general.
well,
Yeah.
in general,
Yeah.
because there's one
Especially
thing
with
to
this
be,
show in particular, for some reason.
There's one thing to be a huge, and Rue and Michelle Visage have said this on their podcast, but it's one thing to be a huge fan of a certain queen and want them to win and want them to do well, versus then turning around and being an a-hole to somebody else for no
Right.
reason because of that.
I agree 100%.
Fanatics.
Well, yeah. And we get that here too.
And it takes me back to our episode about bullying. It's the same
Well,
concept.
well, yeah.
It exists, but now you have a different form,
of
and the anonymity is so much easier.
The only problem, a certain problem that I have is when people put it out there. Like we put our podcast out there, and for us to say, "Why are you being hateful?" I get it because I'm putting it out there. I'm giving you the opportunity to say
Be hateful.
whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I have a personality where it's water off a duck's back.
Right.
I could care less.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're still watching. Go Jinx Monsoon. Jinx Monsoon. Who did she beat, by the way? No. So it's out there. I mean, we live in a different type of bullying now.
Yeah.
And we've said that before.
And thank you, Rue, for making that comment.
Yeah.
I
Moving
think
on.
it's important because this is a community that so many people in this community have been marginalized. You should be holding each other up, not tearing each other
I'm
down.
so glad you said
I
it.
agree.
I find it very because I don't know why I go on queerty a lot, and there's a lot of community.
Here's my thing.
You know what I'm saying, though, right?
We get bullied enough outside of our own community.
Right.
Unfortunately, what makes it even worse is our
our own
own
community.
community does it.
That's what
and
I'm
I
getting
hate
at.
when our own community points fingers outside instead of pointing the finger inside first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes me sick.
Well, that's the whole she-male thing. That was a big thing. I read a stupid article about masculine guys versus feminine guys, and it was just like, why are we?
Yeah.
Why are we?
Yeah.
I don't.
We're
You're
marginal.
all gay. I mean, I
separating
don't
the
get
community
it.
into little parts.
Yeah.
To
It's
bid
better
everybody
now. I
against each
mean,
other.
we have
Yeah.
so many. I have never. There's so many mini. There's like bears and otters, and now
Don't get me
there's
wrong.
like
Don't get me wrong.
dogs and
Labeling
like,
is going to
cats
happen.
and-
You can't stop labeling.
Yeah,
but
but-
labeling is not bullying. Labeling something is not
But
bullying.
it only becomes
That's
a problem.
part of science still. You
become-
label.
It becomes a problem when you're discriminating against your own kind.
becomes a problem when you
Kind.
start to dismiss and put and raise yourself above another label. That's the difference. When you
yeah.
say something is not as valued as the other, that's the difference for me.
Perfect
You're gonna
example.
labels are gonna happen. That's not the issue though. The issue is, are you trying to make somebody feel bad for their certain label? That's the
Well,
difference.
perfect example is the old versus the young. That's a big one in our community too.
Well, it's also when you call yourself bitter, you're giving yourself a negative connotation.
Well, I'm not bitter.
And you ride with
I'm
it.
just a con.
I'm a
But I
fag.
love you.
So moving on. So yeah, they had the little reunited. I thought it was good.
Marissa's bored.
No, she's not. She's checking her scruff. Actually, it's called Tinder. Who are you swiping left on? Let's see.
I liked that. I liked Tempest's little tidbit about how her kids watch the show.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I had talked to the fan earlier this season who was saying, it's hard because you think kids would really enjoy this, but then there are people like cursing on the show.
Yeah.
So it's like that balance of like kids would really enjoy watching drag versus like some of the jokes are a little bit adult. But
most kids wouldn't get the joke.
Sidebar. This
just
is bad,
depends,
and this is
I guess.
probably could fall into bullying too. Somebody just posted. They said that they have pics of Violet's porn past. Work, Violet.
Porn
Was it-
passport?
Yeah,
past.
no, yeah, that was a lot of like. Some
I'm
of
okay
the-
with it. Go ahead, girl.
But see, and this is another thing, and this is a totally probably off topic. Why? I feel like people who why do we discriminate against people who've done porn?
I don't.
I watch it. I'm sure a lot of people watch it. But people who, certain people that watch it, they want to, oh, that's bad and you shouldn't do it. But yet you're still watching
I
it.
think
It's a
part of
skeleton,
it
girl.
is like people feel that if
Isn't
you
there a porn
gained,
show?
people feel that if you gained fame from porn.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm not saying what I feel. I'm just saying that like there are people who see like if you gain fame from just doing porn and then like you were trying to do something else, not like Jenna Jameson where you're like, I do porn. I do it really well and this is what I do. But like if you're like a Kim Kardashian where you like do porn and then you're like, well, I did that just to be famous.
Right.
People
Total
are
off
probably,
topic. I apologize. That's my fault.
I'm bringing this
That's my
around. I'm
fault.
bringing this around.
Okay. No, I'm not talking about you.
But people are probably insinuating that well, Violet became famous from
They're trying to
doing
tarnish
porn
her, yeah.
versus like being talented, which she is talented.
Go on, Violet.
Yeah, if you do porn, do porn. Let me see it. Let's see it.
Come on over.
Oh, my other favorite part with the reunited part was Jaden. I loved that was a
Oh,
perfect. That was a
yes.
great like full circle.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
the mom. I actually
Because I love
almost cried.
Katya. I think she's amazingly entertaining and funny. But I'm in my heart, and I talked about this in comments on our other episodes. I actually thought Jaden should have got Miss Congeniality.
I actually thought.
But again, she didn't last as long, so I get it. The voting, whatever.
Question.
Yes.
Is it Congeniality or is just a popularity contest?
I think that this was a popularity.
I thought last
contest.
year was a popularity. I thought people wanted him to go further and win. Where I didn't think that he should have won that.
I think these past 2 seasons, it's been like just for
Popularity.
really people who wanted queens to win. Like even RuPaul did that fake out, knowing that people were going to be like, "Oh my gosh, is Katya really going to do
Because
an
we've
upset?"
had conversation in this season about how Katya kind of jumped on the shit-talking bandwagon.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Mark, Nina Flowers is one of my favorite queens of all time. You never caught her talking bad about anybody in her season.
Did she win that?
No,
Who
she
won?
lost to BB.
Well, no, I know she lost.
Congeniality was.
Oh, she won Congeniality.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Max should have got it just for the simple fact that she helped each other. I think that's what.
That was the big
That's
conversation
what
in the
it
comments
should
was
be,
Max
yeah.
and Jaden.
Yeah, I don't think Jaden was that helpful, and Jaden was a sweetheart, but you know.
Yeah, I was okay with
It's
either
like
one.
one season. Who was it? Ivory Winters.
Ivy
won?
Winters. I thought Ivy Winters was sweet. I like
She just
Ivy.
was quiet the whole time. She didn't help nobody. She was sweet.
Well, I think Congeniality too is just is
And who
sweet,
people who like.
is those
Yeah.
things. I think even in like Miss America, those pageant stuff, it is a lot of times the person that they're like, we wish you could have had this.
Right.
We wish, you know, we all just adore you. Not necessarily you helped me succeed in
Well,
this
let's look up the
pageant,
word.
but
Favorite
you know,
clip, favorite clip of all season was the
The
confessional.
Curse of Pearl.
No, that was amazing.
I died.
That was a great
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah.
But my favorite clip of the whole season, and they used it in the finale, was Katya talking about the pit crew, extra pit crew guys when they
Yeah.
did the contest, and she's like, "I want to blow them all." I can't say that. That's my favorite.
No, I love
But the Pearl
Curse of
segment
Pearl
was
and she did the Big Ange thing. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. I liked it. I agree with you. I thought Katya should have won, but I would have voted for Max. I think I didn't vote. Who am I
I don't
kidding?
know what you just said. You said Katya should have won, but you voted.
I'm glad she won because I clapped when she won,
yeah.
and I clapped when she won at the end.
I clapped because she won $5,000. That's why I clapped.
And here's the thing about the end. The end. I think Rue realized she made a mistake. Either that or she was just like, I'm just
No,
going to
I think she was banking off of social media. I think she was going to play the social media card.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Because I actually, right before I watched it, I was like, Katya should win. And then she called her name. I was like,
I know. I was like, I had him, like, my heart skipped a beat, and I was like, oh no.
but then I realized that it couldn't have been that way because
Yeah.
everybody would have known before
Yeah.
the
Right.
actual show
Right.
aired.
Right.
And the little clip that I sent them earlier, even the three queens, when they were watching, they laughed as if it was the first time it was happening, knowing
Right.
they had already experienced it. So.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
yeah. I don't know. This just popped in my head. I don't know if you guys talked about. I wasn't here last season, so I don't know what you guys talked about. But you know that they,
Oh, we got drunk last
At
season
the-
this time.
for the finale, she had a tie.
Yeah.
She had filmed a
Someone
tie.
brought it up.
Yeah.
They
Someone did
filmed
bring it up.
Adore and
Adore
Bianca.
and Bianca. She had a
Bianca looks sick, by the way.
She
She looked
did.
amazing. I was shocked when she came out.
She
amazing.
did.
I could have done without the backdrop thingies, but
I actually, I thought
love that.
that
just
did
being
it-
in full metal.
No, I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, because it took me back to Trixie Mattel and her bearded lady thing with.
I love that. I love that.
Do you
everything.
guys have extra time?
Yay!
We do?
I had to pop in because it's Steven for
Thanks,
Steven.
He wants to pop into all my shows.
Steven just announced that we have extra time. So
Thank
we're gonna
you.
play a game. We're gonna play a game of Who Would You
Call,
Rather.
where are my pants?
Couldn't he have written that down on the board?
Yeah, we're gonna play a game of Who Would You Rather, and we're gonna
I think
start
he did
taking off our
that. I think he
clothes.
did that for
I
me.
know exactly.
Because then my next statement was gonna be, and the winner is. But we have time. What else do you want to talk about?
What else? What else did we do? Was there
Well, let me make a comment. We had somebody who complimented us and then also ripped on us on our last episode in commentary. None of us truly knew that Trixie was coming back. That was just the speculation amongst the entire, pretty much most of the social media population.
Right.
We didn't know for sure, so we weren't giving a spoiler because he wanted us to put some kind of spoiler alert on our
yeah.
on
Yeah,
our
we don't
cast.
have any
And-
insight on the show.
And,
That
well,
is more like as far as like we don't know what they filmed before.
And the way I
Whatever.
see it is that it was already on social media.
Everybody
way-
was talking about
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm led to believe that number one, Logo gave it away with previews of
Right.
like episodes later,
Right.
And that she had already shot her return and a couple episodes afterwards. So I'm sure it wasn't a secret to any of the contestants.
Well, speaking of social media, I was going to say we talked a little bit about this before. I know we need to stop talking before.
Just keep
That's
going.
that's an invite to not be
we
your
talked
friend,
about it
Cameron.
before. No,
I'm sorry, what?
Wouldn't be the first.
was that I was watching because I don't have Logo at home.
You don't?
I don't either.
What?
So I watch it on Amazon,
Amazon.
not logo.com.
Right.
You're a bunch of fags.
But I was watching Twitter because at the time it was airing on the East Coast because I thought, well, I'll get at least see who wins through here, and I literally like nothing. There
Radio
was
silence.
I'm literally like nothing. Like congrats, Violet. I even looked on her Twitter page, like was watching hers because I saw something that I was like, did Violet win? Because the way somebody phrased something and but wasn't specific. So I went to her page and looked at her page, and it was just tweets that she had sent out, and I was just like, did she win? And the only how I figured it out was Miss Fame posted a video on her Instagram saying, "Congratulations to Violet, you really won." And that's how I knew it. But there was nothing.
I remember last year when I woke up and checked my Facebook page.
Yeah,
it was in the trending.
I didn't see anything on my Facebook either. Nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
You know
you're
what's-
right.
But I didn't see it on the RuPaul Drag Race. But we said before, I think Caitlyn Jenner took a little bit of the.
Yes.
she
we talk
was
about
monopolizing social media for
Can
the
we
last
switch the
couple
topic?
days.
Can we talk? Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you because I get really afraid when the queen is like inadvertently like when the witch inadvertently announced and spoiled for me, because I don't want, like, I'll see like updates on my Twitter feed or on my Facebook feed or people tweeting at me, and I do have to say thank you guys for not tweeting the winner at us. I really appreciate
Well,
that.
I don't know that they were not tweeting it out of respect.
I think they just
I think
didn't.
they were just not tweeting because they didn't care.
Yeah, and that's
Sorry,
the thing.
Violet.
Is like it actually didn't occur to me because I was so like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, wah wah.
Well, it's funny that the one time I'm looking,
Right.
like normally I'm like, I don't want to know, and it's like everywhere, and
Yeah.
then the one time I'm like, oh, it'll be everywhere, and I'm like, no, more
I
with
was
Caitlyn
like,
Jenner.
I was like, wow, the world is so spoiler free today.
Yeah, yeah.
I think, and I can't speak for everyone. I'm just speaking for myself. This was when it came down to the final three. Had Katya been in the final, I would have been like, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And I was just like, I kind of figured Pearl wasn't gonna win. I knew it was between Ginger and Violet.
I would have rather Pearl won,
I thought Ginger was a shoo-in. I was so confused.
which is I think why she did it. I think she was trying to be like, well, everyone wants her, so I'm just gonna pick somebody else just to mix it up a little bit.
Here's the thing. There's this thing where everybody's I said here's the thing and there's this thing. Okay,
Here and
here's
there.
the thing. There's this thing where people are ready for a big queen. I wasn't convinced that Ginger was the right person for that title. You know how it's always.
You don't think she deserved to win?
You know how it's like the Oscars, like we're waiting for the first black actress to win.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually happened.
Yeah.
Or the next black actress to
Right,
win.
right.
It's just like, is this person that person? And you realize, no, we're not there yet. You know what I mean? It's like it's a wait for the right person. I don't think Ginger was the right.
And it
person.
So you're saying that there still hasn't been.
There still hasn't been.
But then there's that argument. It's the same argument with the Oscars that it's like, what pool is Rue pulling from, and like, why haven't like queens in the past? There are other big queens out there who I know that are performing that have not been on Drag Race that would be good contenders. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
That make your comment down there.
I respected her for her political comment about she wanted to win because she was the
Ginger.
best,
Yes.
not win because
She
she
was
was a big girl.
yeah.
And I agree, it shouldn't
Yeah.
have been that. And
No.
again, I wasn't picking her.
But
anyway.
I still think of the three, she overall checked most of the boxes.
She's the most well-rounded.
Yeah.
hands down.
And
It-
John Waters wanted her to win.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's kind of like thing like in politics where you choose. There's no better. You just go with the best of the
Yeah.
three evils. I guess.
Well, and another thing I noticed, and I'm gonna get
I'm gonna
yelled
go
at
with
for
the best
this,
of evils.
but
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
did you see? I don't know if you noticed, if you caught on this, but when they did each one of them, Ginger, Violet, and Pearl, when they had the clips from like, here's some messages from your friends.
Yeah.
Did anyone besides me notice that Violet? It just seemed like the pickings were slim because two of her videos were DragCon fans.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
we couldn't get enough.
Well,
That's the first thing that went through my head. I'm not saying that's what it was, but it was kind of like, come on.
She even mentioned that she was a loner. Wasn't it her or
I
Pearl?
guess.
I think it was Violet. I think she was like, you know what? I just did my own thing.
Well,
I will say that her last look was
Yeah.
it was her best look of the season.
Yeah,
It was
I
her
did
best
like
look of
that.
the season.
I did like
thought
it.
it was
I did
I wasn't a
like
fan of the hair.
But I do agree that outfit was the best look of the entire season.
for her.
Yeah,
The hair
for
was
her.
good, but
The hair
not
was
my
okay.
favorite. I like a different style, but her dress, that look was the best of hers all season, definitely.
And I said it early in the show. I want a live, because I mentally thought when Ru announced her as the winner, my mind automatically went to, okay, they've been shooting this for hours. She's the last person to be called. They've already did the announcement, ended the show, reset, did Pearl, ended the show, reset, and she was the last one. And her, like...
Yeah, she was like...
Yeah, it was just kind of like... it wasn't... I
can't walk anymore.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I want to see that. And then the clip that I showed you guys, this is what I'm going to do. Next season, from now on, I'm going to watch the finale, and when right before they announce it, I'm going to stop it and not watch until I watch the actual announcement.
Well,
when the actual contestants look.
Yeah, I will say this. Hope everyone's listening. Pearl, in that video, the best Pearl, in my opinion.
In the
video. I loved
it was cute.
The color, like she was
Yeah.
wearing color.
Yeah.
She looked fun. She looked, you know what I mean? It wasn't just this, And I think I said this before. Like when I started doing drag, I was like, okay, my thing is going to be red lips and red nails. I'm always going to wear red lips and nails. Okay, that died really quick.
Right.
So hopefully I'm only going to wear pearl tones
Changes.
is done.
I would like... go ahead.
No, that was it.
I would like... I want to post this video, and I would like to know where they were. Because
I think
arena.
We think arena.
Was it arena?
I think so.
Because I was like, it was either arena or it's not even in LA.
Yeah, I think it was arena.
Okay.
I think it was arena.
Because at first I thought it was factory.
I thought it was factory.
It's not
too.
factory because I worked at the factory and none of that. Unless it's changed a lot since I've been there.
No.
But because it was.
But then I thought it could have been the Abbey because they've changed the
definitely
back
wasn't
of it.
the Abbey.
The final stage
I'm
was too
almost
big.
positive it was
Arena.
just I think it just you could tell
But
from
see,
the way
and
it was
this is the
staged.
thing is like, why can't that be bigger? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that you're gonna have no knowledge of them actually gonna be being at the arena or wherever they were. I think it would have been a nice thing for them.
Well, here's this too. Why can't it just be, okay, if it is a money thing and we want a live thing, then let's cut out the backup dancers. Let's do like Survivor. Everybody just comes back.
Yes.
We do the announcement right away. We sit here and then we talk about we talk about the season, we talk about this, we talk about that. We don't need to have all that. Everything can be on clips. So you don't have to even move. You just sit there and
Or do what they used
easy.
to do, tape all that,
Yep.
and then cut to a live with Ru at the arena doing the live announcement.
Yeah, exactly.
Since she knows who's going to do it.
Now we're going to go live to
Yeah.
what you call, and we're going to make the announcement. Yeah. Boom. We got it figured out for you, logo.
I know. Hire me.
Welcome
I need a job.
to
Bruce Jenner.
I want to give a shout out to
No
our.
shout outs. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to give a shout out to our iTunes commenters. So you should go on iTunes, rate us, comment.
And make fun of us because we talk and we think you can visually see what we're saying. And
Yes, but you can't.
yeah, like
You can cuss us out. We
for
love that.
instance, Cameron just gave me a side eye. Either that or he's just naturally bug-eyed.
Watch the video to figure it out.
You're
Great,
naturally cunt-eyed too.
great book, sir.
Who?
Great book, sir.
Oh, okay. Cute name.
Said that they're kind of obsessed, and I just want to let you know I do not feel marginalized by your use of guys to refer to all of us. As I am currently wearing a mustache.
I feel marginalized.
She's wearing a mustache and she's fully tucked. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I'll let you get back. There's this great video of Willem and Gia Gunn from Comic-Con where they're actually lecturing a group of people on how to tuck
Nice.
properly.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I did not know the balls go all the way half up to your.
Yeah.
I should ask you that.
I
You
thought
knew that.
you discussed this in season 3.
We did.
Yeah.
I listened
But it was
to
visual.
You've never been laying down and it just went up before?
Oh no,
I don't know what position.
that happens to me.
If you're
all the
laying down
time.
sometimes, it'll just kind of travel up.
Your balls had to descend.
Yeah.
Those canals still exist.
And that socket's still there, so that's where they go. Can I say, too, that I caught the commercial because I forgot to fast forward, that they're going to be on Sunday, July 26th at 7 p.m. They're going to re-air season 4
Yes, with
Ru,
comments.
called Revealed, and she's going to be commenting the whole thing. Just if people didn't catch it,
It'll be
putting
exciting.
it out there. I'm helping.
See
I'm
Sharon
helping the
Needle's
cause.
new face.
First of all, that was
And then you can watch.
Ago.
And then you can watch our
AfterBuzz.
their AfterBuzz.
You can watch
recaps.
our AfterBuzz
Yeah.
and think of Mark and insert him into it.
What would Mark have said?
You can totally. I don't know who else
like
was there.
that.
I think it was just
Courtney.
Oh yeah, you can totally cut and paste him over Courtney's face. I'm okay with that.
The other.
Hi, Courtney Stewart.
Hi, Courtney.
Courtney, That was Kenny.
The other shout out is KK745.
I'm so glad you didn't throw a third K in there.
Nope, just 2.
Okay.
Like Kris Kardashian. Said we are a great show to watch.
Oh, thank
And
you, Kay.
we really appreciate your comments. That's
Or
how,
listen to.
Yes. Or listen to.
I always
But
say-
I'm really happy when people comment on iTunes because that's how people find
Yes.
our show. And it's the
Yes.
same thing on YouTube.
And it's easy to find, and you can download it for free, and it's so easy.
Yeah.
I listened it to us in our car.
Here's my shout out. My shout out is to Bryce Elwin and Jason Evans.
And Bryce's
Thank you for
mom.
following on.
Bryce's mom.
And Bryce's mom. Yeah.
They've been with us for a while. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else were we talking about? Bruce Jenner? What?
Caitlyn Jenner,
Jenner.
formerly Bruce Jenner.
Okay. Should I start?
Go ahead.
Well, you're the one who had something to say.
So first of all, I woke up, was this 2 days
Marissa, you
ago?
know what we're talking about, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Marissa,
just checking.
Marissa has the internet,
Funny
so
thing-
she knows what we're talking about.
the funny thing is, I kept seeing this Vanity Fair thing pop up on everybody posted. I'm like, first of all, I thought it was
Me
Jessica.
too.
I thought it was Jessica Lange.
It does,
And I was just like,
she looks like Jessica.
why
Lange.
is everyone going crazy over Jessica Lange? And then I realized, oh, okay,
I thought it was an old Janice Dickinson picture.
that too.
I heard both.
That's
Okay,
what Steve
but-
Lemieux thought.
Yeah.
That's what
So-
Steve
Oh,
Lemieux thought.
that's who said it.
Yeah.
Steven. Yeah.
So am I a cunt for saying that I'm kind of over it and kind of just?
It's only been 2 days.
But I'm just, okay. Kudos for him. You be whoever you want to be. And I think this has to do with the fact that I was never a Kardashian. I didn't like the show.
But he's not.
I'm just.
And I think he made that statement.
We associate
by
him to
choosing
that.
that clan,
unfortunately.
yes. And even when I watched Logo, they had the little congrats, Caitlyn in the little corner, like they did with I think last week they had congrats with a little Irish, because Ireland
Oh, because
passed the
Ireland
yeah.
passed the.
Which
yes.
I like those little subtle messages, but I was just like, I'm okay with being who she wants to be, and I think it's just too much for me.
But you don't
Is
think
that
it's,
wrong?
But you don't
What's
think it's
too much?
bringing.
I'm just
Is it just
I'm
the
sick
attention?
of seeing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
yeah.
just kind of overseeing it.
But arguably, Caitlyn Jenner
Make your
is
comments,
one
by the
of the
way. I know you will.
most now has brought the issue of being transgender to a wider audience. There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people that watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, more so than someone like Laverne Cox who's on Orange is the New Black. This reaches a wider audience and has a huge fan base
the
that is
age
not
demographic.
even, and the age demographic and the fan base that might not be aware of all kinds of LGBT issues. So I think just being able to maybe reach somebody who's not like you, who might know
I'm not
transgender
transgender.
people.
I thought
Not
you were
is
talking
transgender, but might know transgender people
I get what
or
you're saying.
be familiar with the issues. These
Right.
people aren't, and so it's a big deal for the world. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner on Twitter reached 1 million followers faster than Obama did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So am I being?
No, but it doesn't make you a bad person for being over the situation.
Okay.
But as long as you can
I'm sure you're
understand
not
the
the only
value of it to our community.
I just keep,
I
I just
wonder-
keep wanting to see more.
No, but
I know, right? I'm buying that.
I
Vanity
know. I want to
Fair.
see her in this. Y'all put her in this.
But I wonder, and this goes back to what I mentioned about was Ginger Minj should have been the first big girl? Is this the right person for this?
Well, I would just
to reach the world.
I was
You know
just
what
gonna
mean?
say a lot of it will.
And
I think a
why
lot of
him
it for me will
or
be
her?
to see what he does with this, where he goes with this. If it's just for that Kardashian path, I don't think it is. I think it's after watching the 2020. I had a complete in my head. I think that's what I was thinking. Oh, this is just he's living with the Kardashians too long. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
And his kids before the Kardashians talked about it. His wives before them talked about it. It's something he's been dealing with for a long
time. He was
time.
taking hormones
And
while
so
he was with Chris.
I think as long as he, and he's in this. If he wasn't ready for it, he's better be now because he is the spotlight, and he is. I think Laverne can take some vacation time now. I'm not saying that in a mean way by any means, but I'm just saying, like, I think he has stepped up into that position now, and it's depending on how he handles it, you know.
I think for me, and trust me, I'm not an expert, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know many trans people in general. But it's not new to me because I remember the first time. There's this great movie with Jessica Lange, believe it or not. It's called Normal or The New Normal. I think it's called Normal. It's Jessica Lange, Tom Wilkinson, and basically the premise is this older couple. They love each other very much, but he wants to be a woman. Mm-hmm. So he goes and dresses. He doesn't want to have sex with men. He just wants to live his life as a woman. And it throughout the course of the film, it's her like accepting him as such. And I think that's a great kind of like, you know, way for the world to see this kind of thing. But I feel I fear that because it's Caitlyn Jenner, that some of that is taken away because of his association with the Kardashian. Exactly.
But I mean, but Caitlyn, she can't help it. That's the thing. It's like
right.
They were showing like snippets of the Vanity Fair interview, and she says, I for the longest time was in the spotlight, but had this like secret, and I had the biggest story underneath me, and that was the story I couldn't share.
Well, he said in the 2022 thing also, he's like, you know, what's so funny was these cameras were following around all these people, and I was the story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like. That's true.
And
you know?
and it's like when I've watched some episode. I'm not a religious watcher of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No, don't get me wrong. I saw the first season of it.
Bruce Jenner was always he was always kind of like the forgotten about character, the character where it's like, Dad, we need some money, or the character who people wanted to push around. And now for once, it's like Caitlyn Jenner maybe gets her chance to stand up for herself and do a story that's not just about like over Bentley.
Exactly.
Anybody who's watched the show knows that Kris Jenner is a machine, and she's her own force of nature. So unfortunately, he didn't have much of a chance. So now I can't blame him. This is his time. Yeah. He waited long enough. It's his time. Her time. It's her time. Right. I understand what you're saying, Kenny. You have every right to feel that way.
Absolutely.
But it's out now, and we as a community should make the best of the visual opportunity that we have now for our transgender brothers and sisters, as it is.
I get it.
But yeah, not everybody wants to see it all the time. I don't either, but we have the power to turn it off.
Yeah.
I say, and if there's people, you know, unfollow people. If they're,
well,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, because I grew up in the South, and I have a lot of Facebook friends from the South, and a lot of the
love
comments.
That you put it in quotes.
Well, because not everybody. I mean, I know these people that I like went to
No, I
kindergarten
agree.
with.
I wasn't disagreeing with you.
A lot of their comments aren't very welcoming.
Right.
And it's how can I know I'm not communicating this well to the world, and I apologize, and you can rip me for it. But I feel as though I'm not sure if this is the right person for. This is a responsibility, and I'm not sure that. And I get it. I get.
You may be right,
but you know.
But we don't know yet.
Right. Exactly. Right. And I think it would be a little bit more justified if Kris Jenner would like support. There was more support from her end, from her side, and I get it. It's a family issue, and you know, blah blah blah.
What do you
mean?
Kind of more support from her family?
From her. I have yet
Kris Jenner.
Oh, Kris Jenner.
Yeah,
sorry.
I've yet to like see her come out in full support or even
I
have
don't
support.
But reading some of the stuff, I also don't blame Kris Jenner
I
either.
don't either. Yeah, I get that.
Because even for us that were gay and came out later, we had a whole different story. We hid a certain aspect of our lives because of the repercussions that were possibly going to be faced.
Right.
So we don't know what he hid and didn't tell her. I mean, it's his story. It's out now. It's done. Whether he's the right person or wrong person doesn't matter because it's already happened.
And it's kind of like back in your face, bitch, because you know whatever.
So
let's bring this back to Drag Race. It relates because we're all queer. And well, okay. Here's my question then:
Some of us are just friends of queers.
Is she?
That's too okay. That is okay as well.
Maybe she'll be a judge on next season.
Yes.
God, I hope not.
That would be fantastic. I would love
Hey,
that.
congratulations,
that will be, mark
Caitlyn.
my words, if she is, most watched episode of RuPaul's
Yeah.
Drag Race.
And, I just need more. Okay, any more comments?
Ru needs to make that phone call now.
I have one random plug. My friend,
Everything's
not a butt
random.
plug. My friend
you know what,
Deanna wrote a book, Arabesque, that is a gay romance novel about male ballerinas.
Ooh.
So it's coming out on Monday.
Sounds like my
will-
autobiography. Just kidding.
It's coming out on Monday. I will tweet the link on my Twitter. It's on. I think it's on pre-sale on Amazon.
Okay, cool. What else we got?
I
have time?
I looked through everything, and we've actually said everything that I had written down.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Not that
same here.
that's not that
I
that's the
just-
Bible.
We got ripped because we spent our extra time on Caitlyn Jenner.
I know. That's okay.
I don't give a fuck.
I would like to personally thank all of our YouTube fans who comment.
Thank all season.
Whether good or bad, the fact that you continuously watch us, I
And
really
support
appreciate
us.
it.
Kenny's trying to be shady. He ain't
I'm
shady.
not trying to be
For all
shady.
you fuckers that keep saying
No,
we have
no.
a crappy ass show and keep watching, thank you very much. That's what
No.
he's trying to say.
No, especially the ones that think my voice is annoying.
I personally would just like to thank anybody who wrote anything nice about me, because I don't really read them. But if you
People
wrote something
have been
nice,
saying
Yeah.
that.
thank you.
Mark thanks you, and I want to bang you.
Because I'm not mentioning the other people.
This was a great season. I want to thank
Like
you
I
guys
just did.
for joining us. I love you guys. This was a good
It was fun.
We should
Thank
just
you guys for accepting me this
We
season.
should do our
I
own-
appreciate it.
I was telling Mark before the show, he's a newbie to the show, so people
To
who
this, to AfterBuzz
yeah,
show,
and this
not
specific
RuPaul's
show.
Drag
So
Race.
people that have that idea that he overspeaks and he talks about, he's like a kid just trying to be heard. He has his place now
Yeah.
in the mantle. It's all
Thank
good.
you.
He
And he has a
he
microphone.
doesn't come in late and throw a tantrum. He doesn't storm
He
out of
doesn't
a
leave
show.
early.
You know,
It's amazing.
Who
he
are we
has
referring
experience in drag.
You!
Me? Nah.
No.
You're the one. Watch Periscope.
Oh, I did come late yesterday. I was late today. I was totally on CP time today.
Fuck y'all. I can rip Kenny. Nobody else can rip Kenny.
Well, you can rip me. I don't care. I'm just gonna turn the other cheek.
I'll try and rip you more next
What do
season.
we want
now
to
that I'm
see?
established.
Real quick, best look for the season from the contestants.
Katya's fish on a foot.
Oh, that was cute.
That was,
Shark on a foot.
That was good.
Oh, that's right. I picked Violet's plaid
Transformer.
that one.
To the flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What was yours? You this was your idea.
I know, but I
idea.
stopped looking when you guys said you weren't gonna come. Oh my goodness.
Pick one,
Who
fast.
did I think I'm gonna go with you. I think I like the shark. I like the shark.
I thought
Yeah.
both of those were
Oh
good.
no. And Ginger's all white.
Ginger's
For the-
All
for
White
the
was
fa-
good.
Those were my two favorites.
Aside from the beard, Jasmine's dress sickening. The beard
Oh,
challenge.
that was a sickening dress.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Worst dress.
Worst?
Yeah. For the
Kennedy Davenport, that burnt chicken crap that
Yes,
she
hands
wore.
down.
Hands down.
Hands down. I'm not even gonna think about
Hands
anything
down.
else. That's it. That's
Fuck
it.
was that?
That's it. That's
we
it.
still don't know.
That's
Ow,
it.
I hurt my
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna concur. Kennedy's burnt
Okay.
chicken. Okay, where can we find you, Cameron?
At Tamakava777.
And what are you gonna do in the off season?
Play with myself.
Okay, Mark.
At Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE.
And will you be playing with yourself in the off season?
No, I have a husband. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
He does the Days of Our Lives after show.
I do.
Oh, yeah,
I still
so
do Days
Ca-
of Our Lives, and I'll be if you're in the Los Angeles area, I'll be a tour guide at Warner Brothers. I just got a job at
There you
Warner
go.
Brothers doing tours.
Congratulations.
So if you're in the, ask for me. You can ask for me. You can request me. if
Ooh,
wanna
do you
hear
watch
more
30
from me.
Rock? Are you gonna be a page like Kenneth?
Maybe. We'll
Okay,
see. Fingers
I
crossed.
just have to say that. Jackie, where there they can find-
123jackieb.com. And I am on this. Upcoming on the Strain. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
Strain.
I'm falling over my words. The Strain after show and the Under the Dome after show.
Wait, before Kenny's, and tell us about your other show that you just had.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Words, Wine, Women.
Yes.
Thank you, Cam. I'm a host on a.
I thought usually I'm a hoe.
I'm a hoe too, but I'm a host on a new web series called Words, Wine, and Women. Please check that out.
Check her out there. For you all you fans who love to hear my voice, you will not have to worry about me until next season. I'm not doing anything else. But you can find me on Twitter. Please look me up, Kenny C. Harrison. And that's it. Marissa, do you want to give a shout out?
Yes.
You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
Sure.
Yay!
I loved engineering. You guys.
Oh, I love
Thank you.
it.
We love having
Quiet
you.
engineer.
Again, thank you guys for watching, for listening to us on YouTube, periscoping with us, live chatting. We
Thank you,
enjoy
thank
it.
you.
And we'll see you next season.
Thanks, Greg.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Drag you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.